And we're golden. It's on like Donkey Kong now, cuz.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Madcast. I'm here with my cousin John A.
And me,
And that guy.
Johnny.
The third Johnny. What are you eating, bro? What you devouring on?
Yes.
Jelly beans?
No. Bad.
M&M's?
You got it, dude.
Hey! Are those penis M&M's?
Oh, yeah.
They're PP M&M's, right? Oh, yeah.
They're
Those are...
bulky, but I consider them carry-on.
Ace Ventura reference.
Fun. So what you been up to, my guy? How you been? It's been a while since we've done a podcast. Where
Yes.
have you been? Tell me, where on earth have you been?
Well, I haven't been on Earth per se. You know, I was in this limbo per se, this purgatory kind of waiting room per se. It's called Las Vegas, and that shit's
Hey,
hot as
I've been there.
hell. So I went there for I think 7, 8 days maybe, like
That's
about a
cool.
week. And
I was there.
yeah, there was a guy named Johnny there. I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
know him. You know him very, very well. Yeah. He
He's
looks like Brendan Fraser from Airheads, except with black hair. He's a good-looking guy. Good-looking guy.
Dude, somebody told me today. I was walking into where I work at Container Park
Yeah,
downtown,
yeah,
and there's this one pal named Erin. She works at the Waffleado shop,
yeah. Hmm.
and she was like, "Hey Johnny, have you seen the newest Stranger Things?" And I had to tell her, "No, I've only seen the first episode, but I'm making my way through it,
Oh
of
man.
season 4 at least."
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, "Has anybody told you yet that you look like Argyle?" And I was like, I kind of feel like Argyle.
And
Like
then
the first minute I met Argyle, I was like, I think I'm Argyle. I
is it
think I'm
is it because
embodying that guy.
is it because Pastor Dutchy from Musical Youth was in the background
I,
whenever you met him?
who knows?
That was my
But it
favorite
was
part
fun.
about him. He's a fun character. He's such a good character. Like everybody criticizes, saying like, "Oh, well, like he's the stoner." I was like, "Well, you can't have an '80s fucking horror inspired thing without the stoner character. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
true,
not gonna
man.
happen."
Um, something's a random ad just started playing from somewhere on my computer,
Oh no, what did the
and
ad say?
I don't know, but it was so loud in my headphones.
You're telling me an ad
Okay,
popped up on your
no, wait,
computer?
it's it's so loud. Right now there's another one.
No fucking way.
It's a Boss Baby
Bro, it
trailer.
really wants you to watch Boss Baby.
It's deafening, dude. I don't know where it's coming from.
Bro, it's the algorithm, man. Like, it's probably a pop up or something. Like, you don't even
Dude, where
know.
the
Like,
hell is it?
do you have
I
any
can't
other
even
windows
hear you
open?
right now.
Like,
Is it Spotify?
is it me? Like, maybe I'm gonna check
Where
my
the
windows
hell
real
is this
quick.
coming from? I'm sorry, dude. This is
Is this
deafening.
like
I
one of
can't
those
hear
Japanese
anything right
ads or
now.
something? Is it fucking weird? Like, what's going on?
Is it Discord?
Dude, no way.
Is
Hold on, let me check.
Discord giving me bad?
I'm about
No,
to
it
check my
can't be.
Discord real quick. No,
Dude,
I'm good on mine.
I have no idea what's going on. I can't hear you at
So
all.
weird. You can't hear
This is
me?
so. No, I can't hear anything over this weird thing.
Okay,
Like,
maybe you need to plug out your earphones and plug them back in. I don't know. I don't know,
oh
bro.
no,
Like,
but
honestly.
okay, the ad just stopped. Dude, I gotta figure out where the hell this is coming from.
Dude,
This
that's
is scary.
creepy. That's like
Dude,
a scary. That's like scary movie vibes. You just hear
that was
like, dude,
so
dude.
deafening. That is a perfect idea for a horror film. Like, imagine, like, just out of nowhere, instead of like losing your hearing, you only hear really bad Boss Baby ads. Like,
Oh, fuck.
that's horrifying. I don't know where the hell it went. I don't. I don't hear it anymore. I'm glad.
Bro, but like, can you imagine you're just scrolling or whatever, and then like an
Dude,
ad
this
is just
scared
there
the
like the
hell
whole
out of me.
time, just blasting in your face, just ear shattering. Ah, like I hate that
Yeah,
shit,
no,
man.
that was horrifying.
Yes. So back to
I'm so sorry.
the
That
what we
was
were talking about. We had a
yeah,
fun time on our trip. That I hung out with
yeah,
this guy. I even got to visit him at work while he was selling his cigars and stuff.
yeah. I was here just doing nothing.
Yeah, I even put it on my story. I was like, "We're gonna go annoy my cousin at work," and there he is. It was
That's
pretty
cool,
great.
man. I'm glad you were able to come out and hang out with me.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It's hot as balls over there, but it was still cool.
Dude, it's 109. Well, it's 97 right now.
Yeah, they said it's gonna be one of the hottest recorded summers like every summer. So let's
Yeah,
just
it's
stay
so
hydrated
damn
and
hot,
do what we
bro.
gotta do.
Yep. That's all we can do, you know. But
Exactly.
also, I was able to go out to California for a couple days to see my
Oh
nephew from high
yeah, that's
school.
right. You went to go see your little nephews.
Oh, dude,
Cause
he
you
was
are
awesome, man.
uncles, man. You are
I am
uncles.
totally an uncle. I'm playing Theo,
He's
so to
great
speak.
uncle. It's
I
Matt.
do my best.
He is great uncle.
I do my best. I
He's
just,
the gooderest uncle.
right. I watched the kid get angry, and that's it. Like
Pretty
if
much,
I
yep.
never,
That's what you got to do. You just,
you know,
you got to let it ride.
I
Literally.
guess you know what I'm saying.
It's kind of
But
like aliens.
right.
You don't really have a chance. You're a colonial marine, but you just kind of let it happen.
Yeah, that's for sure. I oh man, yeah. Anyways, some great
Anyways,
stuff. Um,
so
one thing we did together,
yes,
which
sir.
is cool because we rarely get to do things together since we live in different states, was watch a film. And that's
Yay!
what we mainly wanted to talk about today. It's kind of like the meat and papas of this
Yeah,
episode.
in terms of this BLT, this is definitely the B, and we are going to be talking about the
Okay, I'm sorry, you just opened up a can of worms.
huge old
I don't
can
know
of
if you knew
worms.
this. A BLT is a tomato sandwich.
Bro, you so right. It is a fucking tomato sandwich.
Only because if you put tomato in anything, it overpowers everything else.
It
The
does. Like
the
I don't like
bacon,
how fucking juicy. No matter how thin the slice is, it's still just juice, just
that's it. No
tomato.
matter what you do with the BLT, the bacon tends to just put that salt on the tomato. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you make a BLT. You know,
Exactly.
you would want it to be the main star because bacon is incredible. But
Yes.
tomato, being the whore that it is, just overpowers that sandwich. You know,
It's very true. It's very true.
I have to say that's my position on
I
BLTs.
was like, are we really doing this about sandwiches right now? Because
I
let's get into
I
PB and J. No, just kidding.
no, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can go in on some melts versus grilled
Oh, yeah,
cheeses.
some paninis.
Those are
Fuck yeah, bro.
completely different. All three of those things are
Bro,
different
we need a
sandwiches.
podcast on cheesesteaks, bro. I feel like we both love cheesesteaks enough to
I
do a whole
swear, bro, we
podcast on
could have a
cheesesteaks.
whole podcast on just sandwiches. We
On
would
just
have
sandwiches.
so many episodes.
Fishes!
Cheese
Cheese
sandwiches.
sandwiches! Alright. Okay, no, no,
They're
no. We're
great.
doing this again. We're going off topic again. Okay,
I
so
mean,
we watched a movie
it's a
together.
topic.
It's still a topic. We watched a movie together. The sandwich podcast will be coming soon.
Uh-huh.
the we watched a movie at the AMC in Rainbow Boulevard or whatever the fuck, and it
Yeah.
was David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future.
David Cronenberg's return to the body horror genre. Well, I'd like to throw the word horror around very loosely for this movie to be honest.
Yeah.
Um I don't know what anybody's heard about this film, but David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future is a film that came out in the 80s. This is not that. This is a different one that came out in 2022 that
Yeah.
we saw. Completely different from the other one that came out in the 80s, which is very weird. You never see a director do two of the same film, you know? Well, not that often, you know, with the exact same name.
It's because when you
Uh,
get like another movie or somewhat of a reboot or a remake, it's usually helmed by another director. Like look at Suicide
right.
Squad. So like,
Exactly, but even at the same time, like it's strange to have the exact same original idea twice or something, or not even that. Just put the title on it.
it
You know what
is
I
it
mean? It's just
is it is still very unique. You don't know a lot of directors that would do that. That would return to an idea that they previously done and said, hey, let's do it now with the technology that we have.
especially returning to a genre that he hasn't touched in like 40 years.
Oh, has it really
You know
been
what I'm
that long?
saying? It's been that long since he's done a body horror movie, and at least 8 years since he's done any
Any
movie.
movie at all? Yeah, that's
David
fucking.
Cronenberg's getting up there in age. It's like George Miller, um,
He's as old
which
as
we
George Miller, or like close to age.
no, just what I mean as far as like legacy, where they're
That's
still working in their old age. I do want to talk about George Miller
I
later.
I do, yeah, absolutely. But for right now,
I don't
let's
know.
talk about how we
Yeah,
felt overall with the movie, and then we'll
of
get
course
into
we'll get in.
our
Of
thoughts.
course we'll get into Crimes of the Future. But did you see that 3,000 Years of Longing trailer?
Yes, dude.
All
Oh my
right,
freaking
all right.
god.
I want to talk about that. But
Yeah.
first, Crimes of the Future, man. Uh, crazy movie. The first thing that I heard at a Cannes, I don't know how you pronounce that whole movie
Cannes
festival.
Film Festival.
Right, I think it's pronounced Cannes or
Or like people
Cannes.
say Kane, but I'm pretty sure it's Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival. It's
Raising
Cannes.
Cane's Film Festival.
Oh god.
What I heard was that like half of the audience walked out in the first 5 minutes of the movie,
Yeah,
and
wasn't
then
it like
whoever was like
15 people or some number in that
something like
direction?
that.
Yeah, yeah,
I know,
something
yeah,
along
and
those
that
lines.
whoever was left in the audience gave it a standing ovation or something afterwards.
Yeah, but at
So
the
that
same
caught my interest.
time you think about it, how many other Cronenberg films have people walked out of? You know what I mean? Like it's
I'm
kind
sure
of a
many.
staple for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like any press is good press, you know? And especially for horror film directors, if somebody's walking out, that's like you could take that pridefully, you know?
Exactly, you take it with a badge of honor, and Cronenberg
Exactly.
knows that as a badge of honor. Like,
Right. Um, should we get into spoilers for it or should we just keep it vague? I think we should talk about
if I'm being
spoilers.
honest, I think it's gonna be the way the Northman, where it's gonna have a limited film release and not people are gonna
I
see
think
it,
we should
and there's just
talk
more
about it.
people talking about it. So yeah, let's just get into it. Spoiler warnings if you care, and if you don't, then let's just keep going. Overall, if I had to give this movie a score, now that I've sat on it for this long, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. If I'm being totally
Ooh,
honest.
this is exciting.
If I'm being
Okay.
totally honest. Okay, what about you? What's overall out of 10? What would you do? What would you give it?
All right. So, out of the gate, I would have gave this movie like around what you gave it, a 6.5.
Yeah. I was like, it sounded like you were gonna
But
say a 4 or 5, and I was like, okay,
but
I'll give you that. But
now that I've sat on it, I think this movie's more of like in my own codex of filming, this movie's like a 9.
oh, okay,
You know what
that's
I'm
interesting.
saying?
I like that.
But this is my weird thing. I went in completely expecting one movie, right? Because the press was like, you're gonna vomit, you're gonna die, you're gonna like, you know what I mean? You're like watching
Yeah,
this movie is gonna make you shit your pants, and so
yeah.
like that's what I thought going into this, and we didn't get that at all.
No,
Instead, we got a 1980s horror film in 2022, which is amazing because David Cronenberg is like the king of 80s horror.
of
In
course.
the same way that like horror is supposed to be a social experiment, not even a social experiment, but
Like
like
it's
a
social commentary. Like it
that's what I
really,
mean, a
yeah.
social commentary. Like it's telling something about the hypocrisies of the world and stuff. And this movie is the most it's not beating around the bush. It's so directly in telling you what it's about, you know,
It's
that
really it's body
it's really
horror
in
and
your face.
sex. It's sex and surgery and all that. It's fucked up.
But but I feel that the app. Okay, well, we got to talk about the film first.
Obviously, yeah.
The whole point of the film, Crimes of the Future. In the near future, people seem to have lost the feeling of pain,
Yeah.
and are now looking into the idea of synthetic organs. You know, their current organs, since they can get cancers and become sick and stuff, just like everybody can. Um, they see them as like tumors, so they want them removed from their body. And there are people like the main characters of Leia Seydoux, I think her name is pronounced, and
Vigo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen, are performance artists who, for a living, get cut open into, do autopsies, remove weird organs and brand new organs that they will into existence. Some very
Exactly.
strange stuff, but they get paid for it and all this weird stuff, and they become very famous. And long story short, some dude asks them to do an autopsy on their dead child. Um, and then it turns into like this whole big like metaphor, not even metaphor, just like a direct uh, telling of just like how humanity tends to like not love their bodies that they're born with, kind of cast it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time, like obsess with the fakeness, like plastic surgery versus these weird
Yeah, yeah,
surgeries that they see as sex. Like it makes a lot of sense when like little girls want like breast implants at 12. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's a very strange parallel that like you can't beat around the bush for. Crimes of the Future also has like people licking open wounds and stuff, but at the same time, like, you know, in a world where you don't feel pain and stuff, I feel like it erases the horror because there's everybody is like having like it's pleasure, you know what I mean? Pleasure in the disgusting nature of it. And if you remove the pain of it all and just give it full pleasure, then it becomes like this weird like masochistic sort of or story of like debauchery and depravity, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like beauty because it's just everyday life that you can get through. Um, the big twist in the story is that like I guess the little kid can digest anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a strange thing.
It
And when
was
they
weird. It was a really weird twist to try and follow and to try and
the
figure out.
my thing is, and I've put it down to it was everybody's mumbling in this movie. It's very hard to understand.
Honestly, that's what it felt like to me. Like it felt like the audio was off, but it wasn't the audio. It was just the way people
Right.
were delivering their lines, and it was
Yeah,
just
I
very,
could not
very
understand what everybody was saying, but
subtle.
I
It
think
was too
that's
subtle with the yeah.
but I love it for that fact too because like because we watched it really really late at night, it felt like a weird dreamy trippy sequence and most of my dreams feel like this. So like it just felt right at home. Um
I was literally going in and out too. I was like, man, I'm seeing this all fuzzy like it's a dream, and
it's
it's even weirder, like surrealness.
it's so surreal. It's very trippy and weird film, but um the kid has like I guess they kidnap a kid's body and put synthetic organs in him so more people want to buy them. Like, oh look, they did with our children, and this is the reason why he was able to eat through porcelain. Blah blah blah, as like a negativity, but at the same time, it would be dope to eat through porcelain.
It would, it
You
would.
know, so people are like, bro, I'm probably gonna go get me one of those double stomach 3000s, and digest me some
Oh my
chicken
gosh,
bones.
the Gok Gok 3000. It helps me
But
eat anything.
right,
No
but it turns
throat
out that the
reflex.
kid like just had a really strong stomach. He was
That
born
kid,
with a strong stomach.
that scene where he's just devouring a trash can is just so visceral, but it's so
It's funny.
like you see the little foam building up in his mouth, and he looks like he has rabies. I'm like, oh my god, this kid is devouring this fucking
Then
trash
his mom's watching him like, "Yep, I'm gonna totally kill this kid right
can.
now. Who is this
Oh
monster?"
god, she said, fuck them kids, man.
He's like, "I really like that trash can. You
He's
suck."
like, hey, how about you get a bigger piece and just jam it right there in your throat? How about that?
Right,
Damn.
right. I'm like, why don't you just put yourself in that same thing that you just ate? Throw yourself
Because you're
away.
trash, kid. You're trash.
It's hilarious.
No, but yeah,
It's a
there
good
was
movie.
that fucking Leo Sado scene where Viggo Mortensen's stomach's open, and then this woman just goes down on it like it's a fucking like it's a genitals.
And then he's like, "Oh, don't let it leak." I love that line.
That was some
It makes
good
me laugh
delivery
so hard.
though. Yeah. Like they really did make all of this like painful, like just gory fucking scenery make it all pleasurable because there is no pain. So like
And that's my thing, dude.
what other nerve endings would there be in a world without pain, especially when there's just ripped open and organs and like stuff like that. So like
Like they're feeling them inside of each other.
it
Um,
feels like it. Like you've opened another orifice in which to do
right.
things with.
But that's why I love this movie so much, bro. In the fact that it was supposed to be this disgusting body horror thing, it was
It,
weirdly, darkly hilarious. Like
it was hilarious at a lot of points.
but like I think if in a lot of ways it's supposed to be just because of like in its what's the word I'm looking for? It's just so out there, you know?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah. Very extraordinary, very, very
yeah.
outrageous, outlandish, or
That's
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good words to explain it.
It is
And it
very otherworldly. I like that word. I like that.
right.
Hmm.
And because it feels so like strange, it's I don't know. It was just a fun watch.
What's crazy to
Nowhere near
me?
as disgusting as I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's to me, like for in terms of Cronenberg and in terms of his body horror and in terms of what we've been given in the past, it did feel pretty fucking tame for what he's usually known for. Like, and then another thing that kind of made me mad was that I really did try to avoid all the trailers, but basically a lot of it was given away. You know what I mean? Like a
That's
lot of the
true.
body horror scene, like the scene where Viggo Mortensen's in that big casing and Leah
You know what's
Sedone's doing the
weird?
surgery.
I Right. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was just you, but
Well,
after I looked up that movie for the first time, I saw so many Instagram ads for Crimes of the Future.
I did too. Like they were really trying to push it on social media, and I was it was apparent. Like I saw like ads for it, I saw
Right.
pictures for it, so I was like, okay, they're actually.
That is very odd, yeah.
But I doubt
It's
there's
good.
anyone even on Instagram. Like half of the people probably don't even remember who Cronenberg is, or like know who the fuck they're talking about.
Cronenberg's not of this generation, bro. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
So that's what's weird about it. Like imagine seeing a Snapchat or Twitter ad for Cronenberg. Like Twitter, I get it, but Snapchat or
Right.
something like TikTok is weird.
That's what I'm saying. For example, this now we get to talk about it.
Yeah.
That 3,000 Years of Longing trailer.
Hmm.
Um, George Miller's finally coming out with another movie. He's like 80.
That's
Dude's
right, huh?
Dude's super old. Guy who did Mad Max,
The Mad
all of
Max
the Mad
Fury
Max
Road.
movies.
Hmm.
He's done all the Mad Max movies.
Is he Australian?
Yeah, Australian director. He did Mad Max 1, 2, 3, and Fury Road.
Yeah,
He's
they're all
also
pretty fucking
done.
great. Just really good car chasing, action toting, desert
He
fucking
also did
road.
Babe.
Yes.
I
That's true, huh? He did do Babe, the fucking live
he
action
wrote the
Charlotte's
movie.
Web.
Yeah. Let me see what else he made. But he's doing this other movie now, about a genie that looks really really good. Let's see. Okay, he's done Mad Max, all of them. Did he was the director of the Nightmare at 2,000 or 20,000 feet segment of the
Okay.
Twilight Zone movie
Okay.
with the Gremlin, like legendary film.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
of course, of course.
directed The Witches of Eastwick, which is a legendary film.
Yeah, it is a legendary film.
He did both Babe movies, Babe in the Big Pig in the City, and the first one. He directed and wrote and produced the first two Happy Feet movies.
He did?
Yeah, man. I didn't know that. That's
Those
crazy.
movies are great.
Those movies are fantastic. He did Lorenzo's Oil. What is this film? I've never heard of this film. Oh well. Anyway, the movie I wanted to talk about, The 3,000 Years of Longing, is a new film starring Idris Elba and Tilda
Tilda
Swinton.
Swinton.
Right, where Tilda Swinton plays a scholar who seems to be content with her life. Like
Hmm.
she's like everything's going well, and she finds the lamp, and inside is a jinn or a genie who offers her three wishes in exchange for freedom. And then she don't know what to talk about, and they just start talking about things because she seems to be perfect with her life, and
Hmm.
then it leads to insane consequences. And the entire film just seems like a crazy druggy trip through colors and strange things. And
Seems
my
very
thing is,
historical with all of its visual imagery as well.
right, George Miller's first movie was in, let me see, 1979. Again,
Was-
the dude is 77. Uh,
Wow.
Not of this era, man. I'm hoping that people attach to this movie. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just because it would be nice to see him 50 years later, still capture a new audience.
I mean, who doesn't want to see Heimdall and the Ancient One in a fucking genie movie? That'd be awesome.
That is true. It
That's
is
awesome.
rated R, and supposedly it has like a bunch of graphic nudity in it.
So what?
Supposedly has a bunch of graphic nudity in it.
Well, that's all you needed to say.
Right. That's
Really?
all you need. Speaking
Like,
of graphic nudity, I saw a film that you need to watch.
ooh, which is it?
We've talked about it, but not on the podcast.
We've talked about it, but not on the podcast. Oh, is it?
Maybe.
Is it the Shutter one?
No, it's Alec Garland film
Oh, that's right.
Hombres
Brace.
or Men.
Mm, literal men,
That
not
movie,
woman, men.
right? Has Alex Garland done other non sci-fi films?
Non-sci-fi, I can't say so because Devs is sci-fi, even though it's a Hulu series. And Annihilation is
Alex.
sci-fi. Dread is sci-fi.
That's true. He did do Dread, huh? I forgot he did Dread.
Yeah, Pete Travis got credited, but that motherfucker was abusive and yelly, so he got kicked off. And Carl Urban basically said if Alex Garland wasn't there, it would have never got finished.
Okay. He wrote 28 Days Later. That's pretty dope.
Oh, I love that movie. Wait, 28 days or 28 weeks?
Both.
That's fucking brilliant. I love
He
it.
rewrote 28 Weeks Later. It was never. He was uncredited for it.
Man, that
That's crazy.
sucks, dude.
But you gotta watch Men, bro. It's like a folk horror, you know?
I love folk horror.
Yeah, because these folks are crazy.
I
You know
love
what I mean?
whores that are folks.
Yeah, these folks are insane. Um, but yeah, the film is a lot about like a woman's perspective of men after she's been abused by them.
Interesting.
Crazy film. The last third is a lot like the regular A24 formula where
Mm.
2/3 of the movie is really good and it goes up to a thing, and then the last third is just so damn bonkers, and it's just gonna leave you with some crazy disturbing imagery that will stay with you forever, bro.
Man, that sounds awesome.
I don't want to say too much, but Bakusi is all I'll say.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a weird movie. Anyway, but yeah, some good movies, man.
Yeah, very true. I was gonna say real quick, back to Crimes of the Future just for a little bit. Did you feel like Kristen Stewart's role would have been bigger? I thought it would have been a little bit, but no, we really only saw her for like 5 seconds, huh?
No, see, I thought about it, and her role was kind of funny,
Yeah.
right? But I think she was fully aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm thinking back on it, and like really gave it her all. Like she knew she was in a Cronenberg movie. She was
Yeah.
very erratic and coked out, and like not even really coked out, but
I was about to say like she did like only seem like it, but I was like I thought you meant like she was really coked out to take the role. I was like no, maybe no, just kidding.
no, not to take the role. Anybody would be amazing, like genius to take a Cronenberg movie.
Cronenberg fucking movie.
Her character just had a lot of very strange energy, and it was pretty essential to the overall plot as far as like because they were the ones tattooing organs and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
And Vigo's like whole control over her and all that weird stuff just got good. But I don't know. It's definitely a movie I think I'm gonna have to rewatch with subtitles. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah.
or at least read the script, just because I'm curious about.
I am, but like at the same time, you're right. Like her delivery and everything with the sexist surgery and all that. Like I feel like it was still very funny. Like I still liked her role a lot.
But necessary, like that part is a
And,
lot of like exposition to get you to the next part. You know,
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
it gives a lot of like context to like how the world works.
It really gives you the context of how the psyches of people that have been living in this world for how long, and how they've conceptualized and coped with this world and what has become of their behavior. So like it really fits. But also, I was gonna say like this literally feels like the kind of dark shit that they could or could not get away with in Blade Runner because of replicants. Like because the world feels like that, but it also feels like this is the dark underbelly of that fucking world. Like people are actually fucking taking their nerve endings out and doing sexual surgeries or kind of crimes like that. It'd be fucking weird. Yeah.
They're mods for Boba Fett.
Imagine they are fucking replicants, and that's why they talk weird, and that's why they're only into that kind of pleasurable shit. Like that'd be pretty crazy.
Bro.
Be pretty crazy.
Humans were always replicants anyway.
Yeah,
replicants
exactly.
were just clones of people.
They were just clones. Like they were that synthetic and looked exactly like humans that they could have just been considered clones.
They had experiences. They had memories that were different than humans, but we couldn't comprehend just because they couldn't comprehend. It's crazy. It's a beautiful movie.
It is beautiful.
Why are we talking about Blade Runner?
No, it's only because of the feel and the sci-fi visual. Like I know you're kidding around, but I was like, it still only connects because of that. Like that's literally the only reason it connects.
It did feel pretty Blade Runner-esque.
The scenery, yeah, the
big
scenery.
jackets.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That shit was funny.
That's true, dude. But yeah, cool movie. I think everybody should watch Crimes of the Future when you get a chance.
Absolutely.
You're gonna hate it. I'm letting you know that now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know
Like
you guys,
we're
but
pretty
yeah,
we're
you'll
pretty
hate it.
based and biased when it comes to Cronenberg. But if you guys go watch it, chances are you probably won't fucking like
You're
it.
gonna be like, why did they recommend
You're
this?
gonna be like, ugh, like, did I really just see a girl suck off a guy's wound? He's like, did I see a giant fucking robotic vagina just give birth to somebody right now?
Oh
It's like
yeah,
Viggo Mortensen was like, and there's all these fucking tentacles inside of him and shit, and it's just like, what the fuck?
that was crazy.
That was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie.
He had an amniotic sac and everything.
It did, dude. That's the scare. Like you
Yes.
really examine the whole thing. You're like, that's a vagina. Like that's a womb. Like we're all fighting to get back. That's the metaphor
Practical,
there.
bro.
We're all fighting to get back in the womb. Just men in general.
Wombs are popular now. I'm telling you, women are out here writing. Cool. That's all.
100%. I feel you on that one.
David Cronenberg's a woman. No, I'm just kidding.
David Cronenberg is a lady.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like in this movie, because of the weird organ thing, like there could be a lot of like non-binary people. You saw
Yeah.
a dude. There's a dude in the film who has ears all over his body. Now imagine that with any genitalia, or all the genitalia.
Just balls everywhere.
You know,
He's like, give it up for huevos, everybody.
balls
Just,
with clitorises on them.
he's Balls McGee.
Gonna be strange.
Oh god, dude!
Don't
Instead
have to
of
worry about
like, there was a fucking
Right.
Adult Swim show where it's Assy McGee. It's just an ass and like legs, and he has like imagine that, but just with
Bro.
balls on someone's head.
I'm telling you, dude, all of these weird body modification-y thingies that is out, you know? Like where people are putting body parts in places where they don't belong, or going into places where you don't want them
Exactly. Like they
to.
don't really care where something belongs or where
They-
something's supposed to go.
so
They
gross.
only care about what's next in their sick little heads in order to get off.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
It's gross. And that's not even just Crimes of the Future. Like, that's just the world.
It
That's
is
why
like
Crimes of the Future works.
that's why like it really exactly. That's really the metaphor that really drew me to it as well. Like this is like a play on like every sexual urge and every animalistic instinct that people have when they want pleasure and nothing else. You know what I mean? Like we would be sick enough to say like, hey, let's get rid of pain so that everything's pleasure. You know, dude, we're literally making sexual robots just so we can have relations.
You know what I've always thought?
Huh.
Robots with teeth are the scariest thing ever.
Literally.
Because you don't put teeth on something unless you meant to like bite or eat something.
Yeah, like
Robots
why would you want a
shouldn't be
robot?
eating
Why would you want a robot with teeth that could eat? What are you gonna feed it?
people. That's the only option. It's so scary. Just waiting for the uprising.
That's like
That's why the grandpa Roly Poly always Like, it was always like that grandpa had teeth and it was the scariest thing ever.
And the
I
weirdest
swear.
thing was that his fucking oval that was under his chin was so disproportionate to his head. Like it was all the way
Right.
out here. You see on his whole underside tooth, like, and it's like, ugh.
Dude was totally an incinerator. Like you knew he ate bone stuff with those teeth.
Dude, on God, man, that's just funny.
Robots with teeth scare me, bro.
How did we get from Crimes to the Future to Roly Poly? What the fuck? I really have no explanation there either.
Robots with teeth, man. That's just it.
Robots. That's the theme here. Just robots.
Love, Death, and Robots. We did talk about
That was our last episode. This episode is going to be called Crimes of the Future and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Just Crimes of the Future, I guess.
Justice of the Past.
Oh, God.
Court case of the present.
Oh, shit.
Actually, insurrection. Anyway, what other stuff we watch?
I unfortunately watched the Halo series for shits and giggles. And,
You watched the whole thing?
No. I watched like one episode, and
I saw the first episode.
like I tried to watch the second, but then like the minute they just kept making it a theme that Chief was gonna be taking his helmet off, I was like, I don't want to watch this.
It's polarizing. There's
It's
some really cool sequences, and then there's some really bad. Most of it's really
bad,
bad.
bad stuff. Like the action sequences are okay, but like they don't last long enough, in my opinion. Like they're
I was
just
like, whoa, they blew up a child in like the first 10 minutes
I'm
of the show.
saying. Like,
And
it really
then
just made me want to go back to that fucking ODST trailer that they did. That was supposed to be a movie that they never did.
Halo's live action trailers were always fire.
We're always fire. Like, I literally went back to YouTube just to watch a couple of those. It's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
It just reminded
Better
me
playing the
that
game.
this show is. Yeah, exactly. It just made me want to fucking play Halo again. But at the same time,
Mhm.
I might just get the Master Chief Collection on PC when I get my controller.
Phenomenal game, man.
Yeah.
I have it on Game. Well, I have Game Pass on my Xbox.
Yeah, you got
Series
actual.
X.
Yeah, you got Xbox.
And I have a Game Pass on my PC too, though. But
Oh, that's true.
it has a Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite.
Oh, bro, you know what I just saw right now? Shredder's Revenge is like 10% off, so I can pre-order it for like $22.
What?
Yeah.
On the eShop?
Yeah, on the eShop on Nintendo.
That's cool. It's also going to be on Game Pass, so I'll have it on at least 2 consoles.
Oh,
I think
dude,
I'm gonna
yeah.
also buy it on
Definitely.
PS4 or PS5.
It's definitely a game I want to stream because a 6-player online multiplayer, that's fucking awesome. Or like even couch co-op would be fucking awesome.
I love beat 'em ups, bro.
Me too, bro. They're always so much fun.
There's this one called Streets of Rage.
Hey, I actually remember that game.
But Streets of Rage 4 is on Switch, bro, and it's phenomenal. It's like one of the best beat 'em ups I've ever played.
Oh yeah, Streets of Rage. Yeah, and the fourth one I think I'm familiar with too. Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Oh,
But yeah, they just had a what's that like gaming event that just happened? Summer game event.
Yeah, didn't they just reveal a bunch of stuff? Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff, man.
Like they haven't announced it yet, but there's supposed to be that DLC coming for Cuphead. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's out already. That's been announced. I think it's coming out like next week.
Oh, it's coming out. Oh, okay. So litness. That's definitely something I want to play because the viewers for Cuphead on Twitch are getting back up. So that's cool.
That's cool, man. Cuphead's hard.
It is fucking difficult. Like.
Again, it's too hard.
Really fucking hard.
Shredder's Revenge.
Shredder's Revenge is gonna be so fun. Especially, dude, I'm so excited with these new characters. You get to be Splinter, April, and Casey Jones.
You know, it's hilarious. I just looked up Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
So I can buy it. And it says it's brought to you by the beat 'em up experts at Dometu. And Dometu makes Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, that's fucking hard.
Yeah, so they make the same game that I just mentioned. Yeah, like, so Streets of Rage 4 is one of, like, the greatest beat-em-ups I've ever played. I'm definitely getting this game. Like, that just gets me more hyped for Shredder's Revenge.
That's exactly, like, that's even more the reason I want it to. But, like, at the same time, if they ever do, like, DLC characters in the future, I better see Usagi. I better fucking see him.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. I did.
Well, if it's anything like, Streets of Rage, there'll be 3 characters, and
like who would you want as the other 2? If
they'll be the villains, so it'll be Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady.
That would be fucking hard. I would love to be either Bebop or Rocksteady, but also Shredder.
Maybe even Krang.
Oh, dude, Krang would be fucking hard.
Oh, that's cool. I thought might as well go ahead and do it, and with my like points and stuff, it comes down to only like $18 for me.
That's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, dude, I'm glad that this game is like games like this are in the $20 range. Like I miss when games are like that.
Well, you know, they're just smaller games.
Yeah, they are smaller games, definitely.
Pretty dated as far as like graphics concerned, 8-bit and stuff. And 100%. Indie games are usually cheaper, but
100%. Like
I just needed to pre-order that while we were on the stream. Sorry.
No, that's cool. Like I'm actually gonna do that right now on my fucking on my Switch right now. Actually, $22. Fuck it.
Let me tell you, podcast listeners, about a little ditty called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Made by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird.
Fuck yeah,
They created a comic book independently, inspired by the works of Frank Miller, creators of comics such as Ronin, heavy inspiration.
Very much.
The Dark Knight Returns.
You were about to say Rises.
I totally was. One of the greatest comic books of all time. Or graphic novels, I should say.
100%.
And Um,
Wasn't it
legendarily, the man
Without Fear?
without fear,
Yeah.
the Daredevil comic.
It does, like, a lot of the first Ninja Turtle comics did feel very Daredevil-ish, and, like, also, you know, Dark Knight Returns-ish with the violence and the grittiness of the Turtles. Didn't they all used to have matching headbands?
100% rips off
And
Daredevil.
Ronin, yeah, too. But,
Oh right, Ronin for sure. But well, it's funny because in in Raphael's room, I think in the very first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's a Ronin poster on the wall.
Oh.
But the same ooze that turned them into turtles is the same radioactive material that Matt Murdock gets dumped in his eyes.
Oh, yeah, that is a little fun fact that I saw, like, not too long ago. That's fucking cool.
And the hand is the foot. Like,
literally. Like, the fact that both the organizations are called after a certain body part. What's next? The nose? The lip?
yeah,
The tongue?
the fist, Iron Fist.
The Badussi?
Oh, that's my favorite one.
That's the best one, man. Oh, shit. No, yeah, the hand and the foot. Come on, they go hand in hand.
Or hand and foot.
Nice.
But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Isn't Seth Rogen working on a film?
I think so, yeah. Like, I think it's still confirmed that Seth Rogen is working. It's an animated film, but yeah,
Right,
still
and
working.
they think there's a concept photo out of what they're gonna look like. It looks cute.
Yeah. Looks pretty cool.
I'm in. I love Ninja
fucking
Turtles.
in,
Anything,
dude. Like,
anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Like, the last time we got, like, anything movie-wise for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, we got that 3D action movie, like, that 3D animated movie. Remember that one?
I think it was called Out of the Shadow. Oh, you talking about the freaking TMNT film?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about the Michael Bay produced ones.
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I own those films in Blu-ray.
No, I know. But, like, the only reason I liked Out of the Shadows was Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, that's literally it.
I don't dislike those movies.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like them. I just
No,
don't
I
dislike
know.
them.
You don't like them,
It's
but I
Ninja
don't
Turtles,
dislike
I'm
them.
biased.
Like, I don't have anything against them either, but I don't like them either. Like, they're
That's
okay.
the same way I
to
feel
me.
about the Transformers films. Michael Bay is he makes films. He makes the most
movies.
films I've ever seen.
Yes, he literally
Not like in
just
quantity,
makes...
but like in film. Like they are just so movie.
They're literally the moviest movies I've ever seen. Like, any review for a Michael Bay movie is literally just, yep, it's a movie. Like, that's...
Like, I feel like he's offended by how Christopher Nolan uses his money for films. And he's like, I can blow up more things than you can do. And then he just blows up everything, you know?
Fucking Chris Nolan was like, hey, I spent this much to blow up a plane. And Michael Bay was like, hold my fucking beer. It's like, I'm about to show this little bitch.
Like, I'm gonna drive a car with explosives into a plane and blow it up in space and blow space up.
It's called blowing space. What? Blowing up in space. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said something.
The next Transformers movie.
The next Transformers movie. Oh god. No, but yeah.
I completely forgot what we were talking about. This is just we're off the rails.
We're just vibing, bro. Like we're
off the rails.
Like we were talking about video games for a minute. Now we're just talking about Michael Bay being the movie guy.
That's right. We were talking about turtles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ninja Turtles. That's right. Yeah. So,
that's fun, man.
But yeah, the last time we saw it in the movies was Out of the Shadows in the first TMNT movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that TMNT movie was great.
It was great. It was
so good.
Awesome.
I'm about to watch that tonight.
I saw it on Amazon Prime the other day. I was like, dude, I low-key want to watch this again. It was so
Remember, good. Like, freaking Leonardo, like, as Black Panther?
Yeah. That was fucking awesome.
Like, he's in the woods and stuff, dropping down on people.
Now, dude, now that's all I'm gonna see when freaking Leo's in the hood, like in the jungle. Like all I'm gonna hear is the Wakanda Forever fucking music.
Yeah, and then Raphael is like Red Hood.
Dude, Raphael went full fucking Red Hood. Like he had the motorcycle, he had the fucking helmet, he had the brutality. Oh, it was fucking funny.
Freaking Donatello. He's alright.
Donatello was
He's alright.
Donatello,
He
yeah.
made it.
Bro, Michelangelo as a birthday entertainer was fucking
That was pretty
hilarious.
fun.
That was fun.
That was cool, man. Michelangelo did. Actually, you know what? That reminds me. I never got around to finishing the finale for Last Ronin. I gotta go.
Dude, that's literally what I talked about on my fucking 10-minute stream. I was just like, man, the last Ronin ended so good. I'm glad you didn't hear it though. Like, I'm glad you didn't.
Is there gonna be a sequel or like? Do they leave it open for the future of
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
comic?
They basically
Oh
did.
hell
Yeah,
yeah!
yeah.
All right, I'm excited. No, actually, I think I heard there's a new babies, right? And there's five.
Yep, yep.
Right.
Casey
Okay.
Jr. is taking care of them or whatever.
So cute.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Oh man, that's bittersweet, man. That was an
No,
amazing
dude, but
run.
can I spoil it for you a little bit? Can I?
Yeah, of course. I have
So
it. I just haven't
no,
read it.
I know. Like I have the thick old fucking last issue too. So like,
Yeah, I think that's what happened. They were supposed to come out normally, and then like I think the last three they upped the production on like the quality of the issues, so they came out hella
they
thick.
really did, dude. That final battle was so fucking crazy, man. Like I was like rooting for him, but I was
You
also
gotta
just
read it.
like, please stop beating. Like just let him. Like he has to die.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
this is too
Poor
much.
Mikey, bro. That's my thing, dude. Like, it's so tragic that Michelangelo has to be the one to go through this because he's always been the happy-go-lucky one, but like he's lost his
He's always been the
brothers.
one that counts on his older
Ah,
brothers, and he's always been the
oh my
one
God,
that
it's
parties.
heartbreaking.
It is, but the worst part was like not the worst part. The best part was that at the end, like you finally see him go to the pearly gates, and you finally see him reunite with everyone. Like you
Beautiful.
see, he comes out, and he's like Master Splinter, he's like Casey, and I was like, oh man, this is fucking bittersweet.
Man, I'm not gonna cry on stream.
No, but man, that's what made it so good. Like as soon as you told me about that series, I was like, I gotta read it from front to
Dude,
back.
it was Peter Laird's and Kevin Eastman's like return to working together in like 20 years. Uh,
It's fucking crazy,
Probably even
dude.
longer. They did
Like
say like if they were to work together, it had to be a substantial like
would have had to
story.
been like a good fucking story, a good chapter, and it was, man.
It
It
was
worth
great.
every fucking punch, every issue, everything was
That's
awesome.
dope. I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah, dude. That last issue,
Speaking
I
of
have it somewhere.
comics,
Don't know
speaking.
where.
No, I feel you, bro. But speaking of comics, you gotta read. Freaking these Banner of War comics are
I
insane.
still had that first one right fucking there where my
I'm
comics are.
telling you, bro. Like this,
Reading them. I gotta go to the
it's
comic store this weekend or
it's
next
the
weekend.
best Hulk
I'm so
versus
excited.
Thor comic ever.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The fact that he just pushed his fucking chest, like he pushed the hammer through his fucking body and still just got up and said, "Pick that shit up." Like
Bro, it
what
it
the?
gets nuts. In the next issue, freaking or maybe it's even that one. Iron Man shows up in a celestial Hulkbuster armor, like the
Oh
size of a
yeah.
celestial, and it uses like celestial power, and he comes to stop the fight
Holy
or
shit.
attempt to stop the fight.
But he probably does
Um,
not, does he?
of course not. He gets his ass kicked, and they start beating up on Hulk
Iron Man or Hulk? Yeah, yeah.
on Hulk, and Hulk's freaking nukes out with the power of 500 gamma bombs,
Yeah.
and Thor eats it all
Thor just eats
and
that shit.
and becomes a Thor Hulk. Like he
Oh, you were
hulks
telling
out
me, yeah.
as like he's a god, and he says Thor smash and starts ripping off the celestial armor of Iron and almost murders Iron Man as Thor
Mm.
Hulk, and then Incredible Hulk takes over the body, and Bruce Banner has a talk with Odin, who's possessing the hammer of Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce Banner's like, bro, we got it. At this point, there's like a Titan inside Thor. He's not going to stop. You got to do me a favor. And in
Mm-hmm.
the most recent issue, that favor is not obeying Thor and letting Hulk like be worthy of the hammer and becoming all father Hulk. So now Hulk has the entire power of the Odin force, bro. Like the
Oh
whole
wow.
Odin force. Like oh my god, bro. And he looks like Thor, but he's Hulk holding the oh my god, it's so epic. I cannot wait for this finale of Thor Hulk or Thulk
Thulk.
versus All Father Thor.
Dude, I'm looking forward to this now even more so. Like, I know that you already told me, but I still am very much gonna read this series. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
That thing's pop. Crazy.
Bro, I think I finally came up with a title for this one. I'm calling it Comics of the Future.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Good title.
Good title.
Um,
Are we gonna do an ASMR? No, just kidding.
good. Everybody. ASMR.
I'm gonna put my zipper right up to the microphone, and you're gonna watch me whip it out. No, just kidding.
Okay. So speaking of comic books and all of the different comic material, another trailer that came out today for Midnight Sun. Did you see the Midnight Sun? Is that a Pop Tart? A Pop Tart.
It's Pocky.
Oh, is that Pocky? We're getting real naughty with some Pocky.
I think you're such a hottie. I really want to get naughty.
Whoa, that's fun.
All right, we're done.
We're not. All right. Midnight Suns. Did you see the Midnight Suns gameplay?
Yes, but it's
We're
one of
not
those games where the trailer gameplay is gonna just disappoint you because the trailer is a whole movie.
But the bad guys are gonna be Sabretooth and Scarlet Witch and Hulk and Venom, but demons.
Oh, but we're gonna have Spoodermans and Robbie Reyes and Blade and
Spider-Man, everyone's favorite Midnight Sun.
yeah, of course, man. Like, cause who doesn't know Spider-Man for being a supernatural kick-ass anti-hero?
My favorite Midnight Suns, Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man.
Dude, Iron Man's the best
Definitely my
Midnight Sun.
favorite.
Captain America is the best.
The jokes we're making, people, is that all of those characters we named are not members of the Midnight Sun.
They really are not.
In this game, they are because they're so hot right now.
Like, if you actually look at the Midnight Sun comics, I think there's only like 4 or 3 solid members that
Right.
stick around.
And all of them are Morbius.
Literally, it's Morbin
It's
time
Morbin
the
time.
entire time.
Oh, it's so good. It's the best Morbius comic ever.
It really is. Like, that's all. All we got is literally that, and then 2 Ghost Riders. One was a former Ghost Rider and an actual fucking Ghost Rider.
Remember when Morbius killed Darth Vader?
Remember when?
Saying it's Morbin time.
But it's Morbin time. Bro, I remember seeing Morbius cameo on Kenobi, and then like Vulture came out of the sky and shit, and it was pretty crazy.
I can't believe he beat Thanos like that.
Bro, that was fucking crazy, man.
And it even made a whole Morbillion in the box office.
I can't believe he morbed an entire Celestial just by biting it in the neck. That's so Morbius.
Oh man, crimes of the Morb.
Morbius of the future.
It's horrible.
Mighty Morbin Power Morbius.
I mean, dude, when are they gonna make another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers film?
Dude, that's literally another thing I talked about in
The
stream. I was like,
comics.
old enough to remember the Power Rangers movie? We need an AARP card. Like, fucking shit.
That's hilarious. Have you read any of the Mighty Morphin Boom comics?
Dude, I have. Like, it's actually really fucking great series.
They're so great.
I fuck with it
With
so hard.
Lord Dracon and stuff,
It's
and the
fucking
Ranger
cool.
Slayer.
Like, there was so
All
much
those
lore I did not know. Yeah, the Ranger
Shattered
Slayer thing was
Grid.
cool.
Shattered Grid is such a badass art.
It is. Oh, man.
Um,
And, like, you know, like that, and then, like, the He-Man comics, and then, like, a bunch of other shit that I started reading. Fuck. Like, that's so
do you hear that He-Man Revelation is getting a He-Man Revolution sequel series?
Oh, yeah. That's what Kevin Smith, I saw it on Twitter. He said, after Revelations, Revolutions. I was like, oh, shit, season 2? That's lit. Or, like, another show.
What season? The next one? Revelations.
Yeah, Revelations, I think, is the first one. And then this is Revolutions or Revolutions.
All right, and then the next one's gonna be Reloaded. and then resurrection.
Oh my god.
Like a Matrix.
Matrix. Actually finally got around to watching that again on
What?
HBO Max.
Like the Matrix, all of
Yeah.
them? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the first one.
Right, I was watching the sequels again just so I could see Io again and all those like
Hmm.
machine parts and
I
stuff.
really like the first Matrix movie.
hmm That one's like you can't even touch it. It's timeless. It's so good. The
Uh,
first Matrix movies is still really really fucking good.
Matrix Reloaded and Revelations and Resurrections are all very mediocre
They're
films.
all very yeah. I was gonna say mid. Like they're okay. They're
Or
not the
they're
best in terms of
they are the
visuals. Cool.
they are definitely some of the movies that I have seen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely movies, is what they are. Yeah, 100%.
Um. Are you planning on seeing Jurassic World Dominion or whatever it's called? Flying
I think I'm gonna watch
thing
it on when it
thingy.
comes out on digital. I'm not really enthusiastic to watch
Chris
another.
Pratt made a promise to a dinosaur.
He made a promise to. Oh yeah, to get the fucking dinosaur back, right?
He said, "Hey dinosaur, I'll go get your baby, I promise." And the dinosaur said, "You bitch, you better, or I'm gonna gut you like a fish."
Why does he sound like a Chicago guy that smokes every day? You better, or I'm gonna cut you like a fish.
My name is Blue the Velociraptor, and I'm from the Bronx.
And if you don't get my fucking child wrapped up back, I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's what it is. You know. It's like, you listen here, Mario. You're gonna go out there. You're gonna get my baby back, I tell you.
Listen here, little Lego man.
Oh, that's right. He was Lego. He's also Garfield, bro. Did you know that?
Bro,
He
like
did a voice
fucking A,
Garfield.
like is Chris Pratt just taking every voice acting role? Like goddamn.
I think so. He's also. I think I heard him in like that Sea Beast film on Netflix that's dropping.
Like he is not the only fucking
He's
white
cleaning
guy
up.
in Hollywood. Like
He's one of them.
he's one of them, but like whatever.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that Mario film though.
Dude, I am mostly for Jack Black's Bowser. Jack Black as Bowser is one of my
Dude,
favorite casting
whoa.
ideas ever.
Jack Black as Bowser.
Yes, bro.
I just needed to say it to imagine it. Freaking Seth Rogen as DK is pretty great too.
You're just
Who's
gonna hear
Charlie? Isn't
something.
Charlie Day somebody?
Dude, yeah, Always Sunny in Philadelphia's Charlie Day is Luigi.
Oh, it's perfect.
That's awesome.
That's gonna be so
Like
funny.
dude, everyone's been taking videos of Luigi and like voicing with Charlie Day from Always Sunny, and
I
it's fucking
think I
hilarious.
think Keegan Michael Key as Toad is almost like dude. This
That's
whole
like
cast.
so on the nose, man. Like it's fucking
This is
awesome.
gonna be a phenomenal film. I can't
It's
wait.
gonna be great.
I
Like
can't wait.
honestly, and the fact that it's Illumination, I've always loved like the first Despicable Me. Like I always
Oh, it's
loved the animation
classic,
of
bro.
that. It's
I kind of
fucking
really want to
classic.
see Minions: Rise of Gru.
Yeah, I do too. Mostly because the like I like all the villains and stuff. Like I like the trailer. I like everything about it. It looks fun. It looks fun.
Did you see that new trailer where they're doing the flights? They do the whole Top Gun thing,
Yeah.
and then they just like, haha, no haha.
No.
I don't know why, but that made me laugh. He has toilet paper on. He's like, yeah, toilet paper. Super cute. Can't wait. I want to watch
And
it.
did you see? Remember that video game thing we were talking about? Did you see the Goat Simulator 3 trailer?
Yeah. So to be honest, I didn't know there was a Goat Simulator 2.
I didn't either. That's literally what I commented. I was like, "Where's the second one?"
I love the first one.
Yeah, the
The
first
first
one was
Goat
fun.
Simulator is great.
I just
You could
completely didn't know that there was a second one.
the first one's cool. You can like summon like you could do like there's like a satanic circle and do like a whole demonic summoning and stuff. It's so
Oh my
extra. That
god,
game is
that's funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so dope. It looks like multiplayer and stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm in.
That's hard.
I'm gonna get it.
But what's funny is that everyone that was like commenting on the live reactions thought it was a fucking Dead Island fucking trailer, and it felt like it because the guy was putting his headphones and he started running, and like you're like, are people gonna start dying now? And then like you just see a goat just wreaking a bunch of havoc. Like, oh, they are, but it's not zombies.
That's freaking hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Goats can never
Greatest of all times.
road them. wrote them.
Oh shit.
There's a lot of really good games coming out. The Callisto Protocol, which seems to be made by the guy who did Dead Space. It looks very Dead Space oriented, a very gorgeous horror video game that I'm extremely
You know what else
interested
looked really good? That Witchfire game, that first-person shooter that
in.
was like
Oh, I think I
medieval.
saw it. The dude
Yeah,
with the guns, Harry Potter guns.
yeah. That's exactly what it looked like. Fucking Harry Potter
Yeah.
glowy
There's
guns and
this
stuff.
one game that looks super fun called Atomic Foot or something like that.
Oh yeah. That shit looked
No, maybe
fucking
it's not
dope.
called Atomic Foot. It's called something Foot.
Yeah, Foot I remember, but Atame I
Yeah,
was like,
it looks fun. Something with
it
a foot.
does look fucking fun. Like
It looks
a lot of the games did look fun. You know what I mean?
yeah. There's some good stuff coming out. I'm gonna look. You know, there's one game that we haven't seen anything about that I am just look is the PS5 remake of
PS5 remake of what?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah, that's
They're
right.
remaking Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for PS5. So bro, like I'm just gonna have to buy this game every year for the rest of my life and
It's
be
like
okay with it.
I'm gonna have sex with this game. I have to have sexual intercourse with this game.
Like I haven't already, but my favorite. It's my favorite. You got to get around to it. You got to get around to playing it, man. I'm very excited for you to experience the story. You know, do you know anything about the Old Republic?
Very, very little, and mostly what I know from the games that we played or that you've told me about.
Well, that's true. You did play a little bit of like legit, just Old Republic in that era. There's a lot
Yeah,
of wars. Like there's the Mandalorian War. There's a Jedi Civil War that happens, like a civil war within the Jedi that's separate from the Sith. Like
I
the
think I
Sith are
started
trying to
reading
kill.
that comic, like, well, there was like a
Well,
Padawan, and then like they like supposedly killed one,
I'm
and then like
telling
they
you,
were
bro,
like,
play the game. Like all you gotta do is just play the game, and people will tell you the stories themselves.
bro, my
You know what
PC
I'm saying?
controller's literally coming tomorrow, so I'm definitely gonna download it and stream tomorrow.
You don't play those games with a controller.
Oh yeah, the keyboard and the mouse. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's. I mean, it was. Yeah, that's the best way to play it.
But that's why,
Just
like,
cause.
I wasn't even really in the mood to fucking stream today because I streamed for like 20 minutes and then my dad was like, "Can
No
you go get
worries,
me
man.
some aspirin?"
I told you too. You don't even need to stream it. Like when you do stream it, go ahead and stream it. But you can play it. You know what I mean? Start
Yeah.
your
I
own
don't need to
playthrough
like I usually
separate.
play without streaming and I forget to because like I'm like I don't need to
No,
stream
no
every
worries.
time.
No, but what I mean just like is like just because specifically this game is one of those games where like different decisions can lead you down different pathways. So if
Yeah.
you want to try it out different things, that's the way to do it. Just create multiple playthroughs and play through different ways at the same time because I've done that before. It's
Okay.
really fun that way. Um, yeah, it's so good, dude. It's so good. You'll meet people like you'll meet Jedi who like just full on don't like the Jedi Order anymore. You'll meet like force sensitive people who don't know what to do with their power. You know what I mean? Like
Because they'd
you
rather
meet
not
Wookiees, you
reveal
go
it
to
or whatever.
Kashyyyk
Yeah.
and find like Wookiees that are under a whole slave trade and save them. Like the stories are incredible. Like oh my god, it's so great.
Man, I've literally just been writing like not even like scripts, but like ideas for like if I ever do like a comic for either Dark Horse or Marvel, I would love to do a Star Wars comic.
I would love to do a Star Wars comic too. I
Fuck
would love
yeah.
to do like I mean Star Wars is just a beautiful world. I feel like uh
I feel like there's a lot like us creatively could write about in terms of those
there's
stories.
so much untouched ground.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
if I got a chance to make a story 300,000 years after the events of that stuff, you know what I mean? Like where like things are still very influenced by Jedi or not even that, but just make them a legend again, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh in a world where like nobody remembers that, but still have it be Star Wars, still see familiar like alien races and subspecies and stuff. I feel like it would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just kind of bored following the Skywalkers and stuff. Like I mean it's cool and everything, you
No,
know.
yeah.
It's just one of those
It's
weird
just
things.
that
And
I
I
don't.
think that's why I love the Old Republic so much because there's no Skywalkers.
Oh yeah. But like I am tired of that saga just being stretched out for as long as they can with each
Hmm.
sequel. Like they're like, oh no, it's still about the Skywalkers, and it's like, okay, can
That's
we
what I'm
move
saying, dude.
on? Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good stuff out there, especially they'll get to it eventually, you know. I'm really thinking the Acolyte is gonna introduce a lot of the old Republic lore in a new light. And I know that they attempted to in the sequel trilogy, especially in the last one, Rise of Skywalker, isn't
Mhm.
that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A couple of the ships were like the big giant fleets of star destroyers and a couple of really big I forget what they're called, but they're bigger than star destroyers. They call them some other shit. Super ships. Yeah, they're named after like legendary Sith lords like Revan, Malik,
Mm.
um, Naga Sadow probably, but these are all people that are used to be Sith lords, you know. And my thing about Sith lords and things like that, I love again so much. I love these games,
Mhm.
is because the thing you know about Sith lords is the rule of two and stuff,
Right, right, right.
and so there's never really too many Sith lords at one time. But like the Sith lords that create those rules, you'll learn them. Like Darth Bane is the one of the first ones to do that, and
Mhm.
he's like midway, so you'll learn about like a bunch of Sith lords before him. You'll learn about like Exar Kun, the first Sith lord ever. You know,
Oh, so
like
this is what the Acolyte's supposed to be about?
no, I'm just getting into Knights of the Old
Oh,
Republic
that's
and like
when
all
that's what
of
I'm
the
gonna learn from
different
Knights of the Old Republic.
Old
Okay.
Republic lore. But the fact that they're already kind of referenced certain Sith lords makes me really think that they're gonna get into like High Republic Sith lords. They already said Plagueis might get appear and stuff, so
That
I think
sounds fucking
it's
awesome.
possible that we'll see appearances of other Sith lords, at least like Sith as legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
Sith legends. And there's a in this game because I don't want to spoil your character and stuff, but you get to fully choose the what you do. There's like a light side and a dark side
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
You go to the Jedi Academy, but you also go you go to the Jedi Academy on Dantooine, and you also go to the Sith Academy on Korriban. I want to say it is. I want to say Korriban. That sounds right. Um, but you also like go through like Sith dungeons and like tombs of legendary Sith lords and stuff, and sometimes the ghosts of certain Sith lords or things are there, and you'll just learn so much lore. And that's my thing: go to different planets, find so much lore. It's so cool because like each one of these dudes had like their own weird stories, and like some of them have comics, you know, like a lot of those dudes are even referenced in the Tales of the Jedi comics, you know, and old legacy comics and stuff, but a lot of it is made from like books or just its own telling of this era. And it's just so good. It's so good. There's a hyperspace war, like, cause that was a thing. Like, once they developed like hyperspace travel, you gotta think like hyperspace travel is a huge thing in Star Wars. Being able to jump from system to system in like an instant, basically, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and like invading and all the different planets and stuff. Like, this will go through all kinds of stuff. People who were there, the Mandalorian Wars. Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I definitely want to see more of that or anything
There's a
like that in
lot of good
general because I
Star
read
Wars.
some of the comics of the Old Republic comics too about the Mandalorian
Yeah.
War.
It's bro, again, it's great. That's all I can say. Knights of the Old Republic again, just my favorite video
Mhm.
game probably.
Yeah,
I
like some
played
of the
through it
stuff
too
you were
many times.
saying, I've already played a little bit like similar to the levels in the Old Republic PC game.
Hmm.
So like yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
So
they'll
like
reference
I
certain
know
stuff
Knights of
there.
the Old Republic is like a whole different experience and a whole different game mechanic and like
It's the OG. Like that's my thing. That's what I'm saying. Like regardless of
original.
game
Yeah.
mechanics, that's the OG triple OG. Like that's where everything gets its base from. That's why it's being remade on PS5 because it's
Mhm.
like one of the greatest games of all time. You know what I mean? It's great. You'll love it. Uh, yeah, yeah. Oh man, I can't wait. Can't wait for you to meet Mission and Zalbar and Canderous
Zanzibar?
Ordo and
No.
Calo
Zalbar.
Nord.
Okay.
and Bastila Shan.
I feel like some
Look
of
at
these
all
you're
these
making
Star
up.
Wars.
Are you
No,
making
all
some
of
of these?
these names are real. I swear.
You're like, no,
I,
half of these I'm
I
bullshit.
have you ever heard of HK-47?
HK-47? No.
You never heard of HK-47? Oh my god, bro.
Oh
In my
god.
opinion, HK-47 is the greatest assassin droid in the history of Star Wars. Like, regardless, EU, normal, he's incredible. He's in this game.
HK-47, huh?
He's so cool, bro. I cannot wait for you to meet him.
I thought you
He's
were fucking with
brutal.
me trying to replace the letter A with something else.
No,
HK-47.
no, that's his name.
Uh,
847.
no, I know.
He's
Droids'
a
names have
he's
some kind of numbers in them.
scary.
3PO, R2D2,
There's
yeah.
also T3M4. There's this dude
T3M?
named yeah, he's like a real early predecessor to R2D2. He's like a really old astromech droid. His head is flat.
Oh,
It's
okay, okay,
weird.
okay.
And also like you know how like R2 like leans backwards. His
Yeah.
his whole thing is weird in reverse, so he kind of leans forward. It's this weird thing. Again,
Huh.
I cannot wait for you to experience these games, man. It's mind blowing because it's so inspired by Star Wars, but yet it's so out of time. It feels unlike Star Wars. Like you'll meet Twi'leks and stuff, but like people are racist towards them. You know what I mean? Like
Ooh. No, yeah, I bet like every fucking person that's like human is racist to every demi.
not everybody, but
Well,
you
no,
know,
I
like
know, but like
again,
a majority of
it's
the
true.
planets because like,
It's true.
look at Freck on fucking Kenobi. Like that guy was such a
That's true.
bootlicker. Like imagine how many bootlickers are out there for fucking the Empire because they don't want to get
That's
killed.
true. Well, see, again, the Empire isn't a thing. The
Oh,
Galactic
right, right.
Republic is a thing in Old Republic, but the Sith are a full-on thing now. Like, like the Sith are head honchos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, instead
Head
of Jedi
honchos.
being peacekeepers and stuff, they think the Sith might be able to be peacekeepers too.
The
So
big
some people pay the
ones.
Sith, and
Yeah.
some people pay um, the Jedi. Nobody trusts the Jedi. Actually, everybody hates the Jedi because of the Jedi Civil War or the Mandalorian War thing. They think of them in time at this specific point in time. Um, it's very interesting, bro. I can't wait for you to see the lore. I keep saying that, but like,
I know.
oh god, it's so
As much as I
good.
want to start right now, it's already late at night, and I'd rather start the next day,
Oh, no
maybe.
worries, bro. No, I understand. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I didn't expect to or to start nerding out into Knights of the Old Republic so hard, but
No,
you
I
open a
mean we've
can of
been
worms,
nerding out
guys.
on. Isn't everything we've been talking about we've just been nerding out on?
Yeah, but I feel like we jumped in. I don't even know what got us started on Knights of the Republic.
Yeah, but I think we've we've just been
We're
talking
I
about
think we're
what we
talking
want
about
to talk about. You know, like
we're talking
Crimes of
about
the
games.
Future, sci-fi stuff, comic stuff. Fucking...
That's yeah, that's true. But freaking, I'm talking about a game that came out like 25 years ago. I don't even know how old this thing is. Like, it's not even
Oh my
like.
god.
At least we're talking about things that are current. Like, hey, let's. You ever play this really old game that you know you had?
Yeah, but that's the
Uh,
thing. Like even Crimes of the Future is new, but it's still based on something that's old. So it's like technically like a
yeah,
remaster or like a redo.
it's complete. It's an inspiration.
It is.
You
It
know.
is an inspirational piece, I guess you call it. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so super. Oh, you know something we haven't talked about yet?
Well,
What's it called? Folie à deux.
what?
You haven't heard? I know you've heard of it. I know you saw the picture.
No.
Folie à deux. It's a condition in which two people share like a specific medical condition. It's the running title for the Joker
Oh, for
movie.
the Joker Part Two, right? Dude, it's just
Yeah,
like I knew it was in French or something or some kind of I was like I couldn't read it, so like I only saw it once, and I was like, oh, so that's a Joker sequel? Okay, they were
it's
working on it.
Folie à deux. I feel like like and it's funny because like Joker's folly is a thing. You know what I mean? It's very on the nose. I think it's a Joker versus Joker movie. It seems.
A Joker versus Joker movie.
Yeah, like if folie à deux means two people sharing like the same thing, and then
Oh,
Joker's
okay. I thought
whole condition is affecting two different people.
I thought you were I thought you were referencing something else when you said that it was two people or something. I forget.
Oh no, that's what like folie à deux means. I guess I don't know. I googled it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this movie.
Like, I
On one
feel
hand,
like that Joker in general should have been a one shot in that one movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, especially because it's just a giant ripoff of Taxi Driver.
It really is just a big old king of comedy, Taxi Driver, motherfucking ripoff.
Is this just gonna be a ripoff of Twins with Danny DeVito, and Arnold Schwarzenegger? Can we
Where
get
they
Danny
look,
DeVito
where
as
they
the
look
Joker?
different but the same.
Can we get Danny DeVito as the Joker?
Danny DeVito as Joker would be fucking full circle. It would be so
Let's
awesome.
just have Danny DeVito play every Batman villain. We'll have him be the Mad
Please,
Hatter.
please, I
We'll
want him
have
as
him be
the.
Catwoman. We'll have him be Poison Ivy. We'll have him be
They
Killer
probably would
Croc.
do that on an episode of Always Sunny. Just dress him up as every
Right.
DC fucking villain.
Mr. Freeze would be awesome.
That would be fucking awesome.
Oh, dude, he'd be such a good Scarface.
Yes, dude. Like for the voice,
Not
absolutely.
even well, Scarface and the ventriloquist. Oh my
Yes,
God,
because he
that's a
has the
perfect
glasses and the
casting.
bald head. That'd be fucking awesome.
And then he's like screaming as Scarface. Oh my God, I need to cast this now. Call up Warner Brothers.
Call Warner Brothers right now.
Tell them I got an idea. Call Matt Reeves. Tell him Egghead and the ventriloquist.
The
Nicolas Cage is
ventriloquist.
Egghead.
That's funny.
Man,
You
know
funny.
Egghead? Have you ever seen Egghead from
Wasn't
the
he on the
Batman
original show?
series?
Wasn't that Vincent Price?
Vincent Price, yeah.
Didn't Nick Cage want to play him if he said if he ever was a
Yeah.
Batman?
Egghead makes a bunch of egg puns.
Yeah.
Excellent. Like, fun.
Excellent. So good.
I'm telling you, bro, it's amazing.
Wait, hold on. Let me see real quick how long we've been recording.
About 2 hours, I'm gonna go.
Hour 16, actually.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's cool. It's 11.
It is 11. Holy shit.
But yeah, that's a fun one.
It was fun.
Did you hear about Ezra Miller, bro?
Yes. Oh my god. It's
Not
like,
looking
dude,
good.
why is it that there's so many celebrities that you hear about against your will? Like they're like you don't look this up. Like you don't know why, but like you just hear about it. Like I was like, what
Dude's
did Ezra
method
Miller do
acting in
again?
Reverse
And that's something
Flash.
to do with someone's daughter and like a possible fucking
Yeah.
drugging and
Grooming.
God, it's terrible.
He took her to get groomed at the dog groomer.
That's wrong, man. That's so fucked up.
Man, I don't know how I feel about him method acting as Reverse Flash. He's cut it out.
That's what I hate about this idea, man. I was like, of all the people you could have gotten for Reverse Flash, you decided, hey, let's do the whole clone thing where it's like, it's Barry from the future, but he changed his name to Barabod Thawne. It's like, oh, God.
Barabod.
Barabod?
Hey, everybody. I'm Barabod. Are you Barry Bonds? No, I'm Barabod.
I'm the bear stained Flash, the bear stained Thawne.
Man, the Berenstain Bears.
The Bernstein Bears or the Berenstain Bears?
The Berenstain Grods.
The Backstreet Boys. No.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Freaking NSYNC song, dude. We're all over the place.
Everybody.
Sometimes.
Everybody.
I think it's Rock Your Body.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Am I original? Yeah.
No,
Alright, let's. Oh, fuck.
Because we've heard this song.
Is my dick real hard? No.
Erectile dysfunction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Dude, how great is Eric Kripke?
Dude, Eric Kripke, oh man. I love the fact that Eric Kripke is doing so much for the boys and still keeping it original too, because I don't even remember a fucking Gunpowder from the fucking the comics or whatever. I remember a Crimson Countess and a Soldier Boy, but I don't remember the other Payback team members, I guess.
Termite? I don't remember Termite.
I don't remember Termite either, but I think there was a guy who shrunk. I don't think his name was Termite though.
Yeah, no, that scene that they did in the movie or in that show in the first episode is entirely original. Although it does completely feel like something we'd see in the boys' comic.
If it's exactly the meme that we saw, where it's like, why didn't
They
Ant
get
Man
it.
just go up Thanos' ass and just fucking
They
grow?
get it though. That's what I mean though. Eric Kripke completely understands Garth Ennis. Like
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? He was
Like
just like,
he
I
still made his own like gory and fucking visceral fucking scenes his own, but like still very much understands Garth Ennis. You know,
mean, that's me gagging from the show.
bro. Like I was so shook, dude. My jaw dropped when that fucking happened. I was like,
I had to. I feel like I needed to not keep watching.
exactly, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like there was a part I just had to back out because that shit was a lot.
It's so funny though, like because like everybody was expecting the boys, or anticipating the boys, I should say, and then like when they get it, it's like they get that, and it's just like
Yeah.
oh damn, y'all are coming out the gate.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. Like they started at 100. They went 0 to
oh
100 in
jeez,
like no
yeah,
seconds whatsoever.
that's funny, and I can only imagine it just gonna get more crazy from there, cause that's that
Bro, like the fact that now we know for a fact who the soups that's been blowing people's heads off is fucking
Nadia.
crazy. Yeah, exactly.
Nadia from What We Do in the Shadows. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, and
I
then like
miss
we
that
also
show.
found out when he fought that Tony guy in the street, we found out that she needs her eyes open in order to do her ability. So
That's
that's
interesting.
yeah. And then Butcher with the whole compound V thing. We're,
Very,
we're finally
very
getting the
like into the
microdosing
comics.
from the comics. Yeah, yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. The only thing I want them to keep is Black Noir's origin, and they're keeping that completely under wraps.
yeah. You need to watch the third episode, bro.
Holy snap! That's exciting.
Yes, like when it comes to Noir's origin, like you'll like it though. You'll like it.
All right, just tell me, is it comic accurate or is it different?
It's different.
Ah, interesting. But is it still like kind of like? Am I gonna be like okay with
Like you're
it, or
still
am I
gonna
gonna
be
be like, what the
like in
fuck?
terms of the story itself, you're still gonna like be satisfied with it that it's a change, but it's still a good change. Like it's still like it makes a lot of
All right.
sense. Like it
Is it
connects
one
the
of those?
dots a
Is
lot.
it one of those things where like I can say what the big twist was in the comic and have it be completely different from it? Like if I say it in the stream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you're gonna say yours, and since I know you're gonna watch the episode, because today's literally when the episode comes out, the new episode comes out. So if I spoil it for you, you say the origin in the comic first, and then I'll tell you what happens in the show.
All right.
So go ahead.
I don't really because I'm just kind of really excited.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
in the comic, uh, the big like thing that it leads up to, I believe, is like really close towards the end. The Vought or whatever, their big contingency for stopping Homelander is Black Noir. Like they created him as a clone, basically. He is Homeland. Like like a almost 1-to-1 remake, and they have like this really badass battle at the end. It seems pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
saying, and once like he takes his mask off, he's just basically Bizarro Homelander, which on its own is like the most terrifying idea of like the history of comics. Just thinking of how messed up and deranged Homelander.
Dude, it really
Like that reveal
was.
was so cool. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
like when
shit.
you see that blonde ass face with that demented ass
Yeah.
smile, and you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah. I was just kind of excited leading up to it because I wanted to see if Anthony Starr was gonna play like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what if they do an Evil Strange and do that with a clone, or like an X-24 type shit, where he's just much more brutal and fucking much more like
Right.
evil?
Wait, has Soldier Boy been Black Noir this whole time?
Ah, as much as that would have been a good twist. There was a
That would have
theory
been a
like
cool
that. No, no,
twist.
no, that would have been cool.
Cause like Soldier Boy is one of the only people who could probably take down freaking
That's exactly I think what they're trying to set up. I don't know. We
So
still have to watch this Russia episode, so I'm looking forward to that. But right now, I'm gonna tell you what happens in the show. So this is also spoilers to anyone who watches The Boys. But it's the third episode, and you probably saw it when it came out last Friday.
right, that's true.
So here we go. First and foremost, what you got to know is that Soldier Boy's team that he supposedly died from in that nuclear holocaust was involved in the whole Contra Nicaragua thing against the Russians and the the Sandinistas that were
Hmm.
into communism or whatever. So the Cold
Yeah,
War
that's right.
drama basically went there because we sold America, not as we sold a bunch of weapons to Iran so that they can have
Right.
drug money to sell to the Nicaragua Contras so that
Makes
they
sense.
can have weapons.
Right.
But the press uncovered it and all that bullshit, and Ollie North served time in jail. Um, so
Mhm.
basically, what you have to know is that the superhero team that Soldier Boy belonged to was involved in that war called Payback, and these
Nice.
superheroes have no idea what they're doing in war. Like, there's a guy called Swatto that's a literal flyman that literally just flying
So
in
they're the
the
Suicide
air,
Squad?
huh?
So they're the Suicide Squad?
Yes, literally. Like, there's even a part where they're posing and the fucking Rock You Like a Hurricane's fucking playing in the background.
Hilarious.
And there's a little gunpowder guy. He looks like he's Robin, and Soldier Boy is about to shoot an RPG in the air. And they're posing for a picture. There's these guys called the TNT twins. They look like Wonder Twin knockoffs. It's
That's
pretty funny.
awesome.
And then what's funny is that like Soldier Boy is the biggest douche. Like he goes up to a young Grace Mallory, the old woman that the
Yeah.
boys work for, and he goes, "You should smile more." And I was like, "Oh God, he's like Peacemaker."
Right.
And then he's like,
That's funny.
it's fucking awesome. And then there's even a part where he shows his Captain America side, like with the shield, like boom, boom, and he's like tossing bodies around. It's fucking good. It's good.
Cool.
What happens with Black Noir is that we get a young Stan Edgar that is the spitting image and also talks just like Giancarlo. Uh, so like when we get a younger version of him, he tells Mallory that this is his way of integrating suits into the military. This is the first experiment putting payback with the Contras. So Soldier Boy and like the whole team pretty much shit the bed because Swatto flies into the air and a bunch of rockets and bullets start flying because they see his ass flying over the tree line.
Yeah.
So they fuck
Oh
up
man.
big time. And then the worst part is Black Noir is trying to fight for his identity, and you find out
Right.
that the mask is off and he's talking to Stan Edgar and he's a black guy. So like he's
Oh.
talking and he's like, I want to be more than that. Like it's like people don't even know who I am. He's like, I have to wear the mask in order to get a fucking taxi. He's like, because if I take it
Damn
off, I'm just a
savage.
regular black man. And then Stan Edgar's like, well, you have to keep it on because a black guy just doesn't sell in the demographic above the Mason Dixon line.
Damn, that's beautiful.
And
I
so
like it.
what's worse is that he's even mad about it. He's like, well, I could be bigger than that. He even tries to argue like, I could be Eddie Murphy. And like, I chuckled a little bit. I was like, come on, bro.
Never be
I was
Eddie
like,
Murphy.
you're a
Nobody
fucking
can be Eddie
superhero.
Murphy.
You could try to be Eddie Murphy. But then he tries to tell Stan Edgar like to have his own identity. He's like, I'm not wearing the mask. But like, fucking Stan Edgar does the whole threatening thing where he's like, if you don't want to wear the mask, that's fine. He's like, but when I send you back to St. Paul and Minneapolis, you will want to wear the mask simply for warmth. So he's like,
Damn savagery.
so basically, when the whole Swatto thing happens and people start getting shot and dying, and Payback tries to fight back and fails miserably, like the Crimson Countess is basically Scarlet Witch. She does this thing with her hands, and there's this red thing, and then
No, that's
people
cool. Crimson
explode.
Countess. That's funny.
Explode. Like she goes like this, and then like two guys just literally blow up viscerally, and then
That's
Grace
hilarious.
Mallory gets mad. She looks at her, is like, "Those were my men." So I was like, okay,
That's
so Payback
funny.
doesn't know what they're doing.
Literally Civil War when it's Sokovia when she blows up.
The reference. And then
That's
the
funny.
worst part is gunpowder or whatever. The little sidekick is just on a Barrett 50 cal going like
Jeez.
and killing
That's
everybody.
funny.
And
Dude,
so
that sounds so funny.
Black Noir gets blown the fuck
Can't
up.
wait.
Not only that, he gets
Ah.
shrapnel like right here on his head, so that's why he can't talk, like brain damage.
No.
And then like all you see is that burnt like crisp face. Like remember when they put the almond joy in his mouth? Like you still saw the crispy face. Like that's what
Right.
happened. Like he was burned like from the bombs. And then what was worse is that he got it in the throat too. So like he got fucked up. And then you could see him like fucking like grunting and reaching for the mask now. Now he has to fucking wear it. So like the cruel irony of wanting to have his own identity.
That's so great.
That's the origin now.
So cool how they do that. That's man Eric Kripke. Just
Eric
saying.
Kripke, man, that's fucking awesome. That was
Blow my mind.
I applaud that.
That's
That was a good origin.
that's a complete origin change. That's one of the best things, bro. I've learned as a fan of comic books to be welcoming towards any sort of change. Well, to be honest, a while back when they were making Jonathan Kent Superman, a homosexual, giving him a little boyfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? When they made Tim Drake have a little boyfriend, I did kind of have a problem with that, just as a fan of Stephanie Brown as a character. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Spoilers.
Yeah.
That's her name. Spoiler in the comics. Like not saying spoilers, but
Like, really? Stephanie Brown is a fucking spoiler? It's just a name.
yeah. Or no, she became spoiler.
Oh, yeah, she literally became spoiler. That's the best part of that joke. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. So freaking that happened.
So
But
origin
I
changes
read
have
the
been.
stories.
Yeah.
Once I read the stories, it worked for the story, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. And then it went back to the status quo. And that's the thing; they always go back to this. But in the idea of the boys was the kind of comic that only ever gets one run. Like it had a comic book run, and that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have this TV show run, and I doubt it'll ever be adapted again. Like I don't think there'll be a The
Yeah.
Boys movie or something made by this, unless it's made by the same people who make this one.
No, yeah, of course.
We'll
Like
cross that bitch when it comes.
if they do any kind of boys content, like it should be done with Kripke and Rogan, Goldberg, or whatever the fuck.
You got it, man. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's one of those like you gotta shoot or miss. Like there's nothing else you can do. I'm glad that they're swinging for the fences and making phenomenal television. Although, like, however incredibly graphic it may be,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Good show. I'm
Very good
definitely
show.
gonna catch up. We got episode 4 that just dropped, or is it gonna drop or something?
I think it's supposed to drop at midnight, either that or 8 in the morning. We'll see. But
8 in
yeah.
the morning.
Other than that, pretty good stuff upcoming and pretty good stuff we've been devouring.
Right. We didn't even scratch the surface of Obi Wan, but I feel like Obi Wan will be like better absorbed once all of the episodes are
Yeah.
out. Just because I'm kind of I don't know where this show wants to go.
Bro, we only have 2 episodes left, and to be honest, it's just really making me sick of this whole 6 episode run thing. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
It's been weird. This show is weird.
Like, why was the 4th episode the shortest one of the season, too? Like, why did it have to be the shortest one? It could have been the 2nd or 3rd episode. Like, I would have been fine with that.
I don't know, man.
It's losing momentum. Like, people are losing the momentum of the show.
Right. I think that's why I'm saying the best case scenario might be to just wait for all 6 of them to be out and just watch them all at the same time.
In all honesty, I think that might be the best idea because
waiting week for week feels pointless.
They're probably gonna do that Book of Boba Fett finale where the last episode's gonna have the most action and the most like.
I know it will. We're gonna finally see that great lightsaber battle that Obi Wan's been trying to neglect the whole time.
Because we barely got to see in the 4th episode that he's getting the hang of it again, like with the saber spin and all that.
He hasn't done it in 10 years, but he once he realizes he's gonna need to. The whole situation. The whole situation was like, your guy's dad is dead, so I get to not be here. And then now he knows his dad's like, damn. Dad's gonna kill you, kids. I gotta save you. Your dad's really addicted to killing younglings. I've seen it happen. I need to save you guys.
Darth Vader just has a hate fucking fuck them kids. Literally is his motto.
Killing younglings.
Younglings. Oh god.
Shit's amazing.
Yeah.
You're my brother, Anakin.
You were the chosen one! You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them!
You were so cute!
You had such a nice cock!
You hated sand and I took you away because it was coarse and irritating. Got everywhere.
You ain't us the best! Better than anyone!
What were you doing, Padme? And I said nothing to the Jedi Order. I knew all along!
Remember when we turned Padme into Chinese finger cuffs?
Jesus.
That was too much, I'm sorry.
It's like, I'm pretty sure Leia's mine. Luke is definitely yours, but Leia.
I'm pretty sure we made them together somehow.
We were brothers, Anakin. Linked through Padme.
We were Eskimo brothers, Anakin.
We touched saber points.
Our sabers touched when we didn't want them to, Anakin.
We made noises.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's all dying,
He's like,
bleeding
what
in
the
lava.
fuck are you talking about?
Shit's horrible.
Very horrible.
Freaking Palpatine's in the background, like, do it.
Do it. Oh shit.
It seems in her anger. I know.
In your anger.
Yeah. In someone's anger.
Execute
Someone
order 66.
execute order number 4 with the Lord Brown.
I am the Senate.
Bro, speaking of the Senate, have you seen the trailer for the newest, I believe it to be the Bid Batch series?
I'm sorry, I did not understand what the fuck you just said. Can you do that again?
Also, the
Order?
trailer, the new trailer, the movie that I believe to be the Bad Batch or something.
Oh, that's right. It's a Bad Batch Season 2 coming up.
What was that trailer where we see the Senate rise? Was it Andor? No. Yeah, I think it might have been.
Did we even see any
No.
trailer for Andor? I don't think so.
Yeah, there's an Andor trailer that dropped.
Oh yeah, it
Remember the
was.
dude
Yeah,
who's like
yeah,
hitting the thing, boom, boom, boom. And then
yeah.
they show a bunch of like Empire, and they're like, look at them all fat and thing up in their castle, being all ugly and fat. I don't remember what they say.
Being all ugly and fat.
Yeah, rebellion. I remember they say that. They're like, rock on. I don't know. Diego Luna. They do say.
Dude, Diego Luna. Dude, I'm so fucking happy with the Latino representation in Star Wars. That's a whole episode we need about. Like, that's fucking awesome. We
Yeah,
got Rosario
diversity in Star
Dawson. We
Wars
got Pedro
is a
Pascal.
hot topic right now.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly.
All the stuff that Moses Ingram is getting.
Exactly. Like, exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's not even just her. Like, every other character that's been shit on has just completely strayed away either from acting or just Star Wars in general.
Yeah, what is it with Star Wars? Like people, fans just hating people. Like, look at Jar Jar and the kid who played Anakin.
The kid, he was a kid. Look at Kelly Marie Tran, just from the fucking.
Poor Kelly
Last
Marie
Jedi.
Tran too. Freaking Poe Dameron and John Boyega.
John Boyega,
and
bro.
Daisy,
Like, can you
like
believe
all
that
of
shit?
everybody.
Crazy.
Oh my
Daisy
goodness.
Ridley even got it for what? Like what the fuck? Like,
But you know what? Diversity is great. Miss
Exactly.
Marvel, bro.
That's
Have you
what I
seen
love
the first
about it.
episode? That shit's great. I love in Miss
Exactly.
Marvel.
I
It's
love Miss
such a
Marvel.
good, cute time, and it's a good time. Let people be.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let other stories be explored. Like, when people say, like,
That's it.
oh, well, this is too PC, like, what do you mean by that? Like, you've literally had every other white lead and every other white movie come out, and when a black lead or a Muslim lead comes out, they're like, oh, this is too PC for me. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't make sense. People should be allowed to make whatever they want, the way they want it, and not have to worry about
Yeah.
all kinds of or what kind of backlash.
Like,
Just
all stories need to be told, man. Like, in one way or another, even if they only represent a certain small percentage of Hollywood representation, they need to be told, and they will.
And just to bring it all around, even if a director wants to create the same movie twice 40 years later, Crimes of the Future.
Wow, that was a
Creators and people should
segue.
be around.
Well
The
done.
creators should be allowed
Well
to
done.
make what they want to, the way they
Right
want
back to the first thing we talked about.
to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Creators got to create, man. It's the beauty of the art.
It's true.
Let actors act. Let people do their jobs. As the consumer, sit back and enjoy, bro. Don't hate them.
100%.
If it's not for you,
It's
you
gotta
can
be
walk
for sure.
out and be okay. Don't go send
Exactly.
death threats to people, okay?
One man's trash, right? When it comes to that, like, a bunch of people's trash ass
Right.
takes just means that the movie will be more interesting.
One man's Jakku is another woman's flight out of there.
Literally. Spaceport, yep.
There you go. That was a reference in Ray, being on a junkyard planet. And
I still think Comics of the Future works for a title for this one.
do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
I like it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody for listening. Next time we're gonna get into stuff with there's some good stuff coming out. So
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about in the future, and
the
thank you
Stranger
guys.
Thing we gotta
Absolutely.
finish.
And
Crimes of the Future. Oh wait, we did that.
no, yeah. I was like, what else? We got.
Oh, dude, we didn't even talk about Top Gun.
No, we did not. I guess we're gonna save Maverick for next time.
I got opinions on Maverick.
We do. We have a lot to talk about with Maverick. But until then, thank you guys so much for listening to this Madcast episode. I think this is episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so it's been a week hiatus, and for this to come back and to just be fluid and with the vibes and everything, I thought it was great. So thank you, cuz this was a great fucking episode.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for always just listening and humoring me. And thank you, listeners, for listening. If you actually do listen, I don't even think we get listeners, but yeah,
Yeah, I think
we having fun.
I still have
I
to look at
listen.
the statistics on Anchor FM,
I don't
but
even care.
we'll see. Yeah, I don't care. I just do this to talk to you and to get something out there. You know what I mean?
Fun, man.
Yeah.
Let's work on an outro. You throw out an outro, and then I throw out. We're gonna improv it.
All right. Let's improv an outro
until we get a good one.
All right. I'm gonna say, fucking. I'm about to be professional. Homie, I'm professional. I don't know, like maybe like a deep voice or some shit like that. Man,
that shit is garbage.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm under a lot of pressure to do like an outro. I mean, don't we have like other people that could do that or something, or like you could just write that down for us or something, like some shit like that?
I mean, I guess. You wanna smoke some weed?
Like right now? Sure.
Yeah.
All
right. That's a good one.
That one is good. Yeah. Okay.
I think we might get in trouble for like copyright reasons. LD might be angry, but
LD, please don't be mad at us. We love you, but
yeah, we know he's listening.
Yeah, he's definitely listening. This is a sign off specifically for LD. Thank you for listening. Right. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
But
in a dash, that's the Madcast.
That's the oh, I like that. Okay. And that's from us to you. Later from your face. I don't know. That was terrible.
All right, I got one.
All right, go.
Ready?
Do it.
Ready?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
What you get?
All right. I got one. I got one.
Get all up in the camera. All right.
Okay. Adios, bitches.
Oh, wait, and just for the people who aren't watching, all right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
That's the way that the cookie crumbles.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's cut it off.